Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
He's just teleported mid. JJ's on bot side. They're not covering the dive. The wave is stacked up. He needs to get himself to level 4. What's his W cooldown looking like?
You can even stack the W. Sometimes you just throw it at a level 2. Gets to level 4 coming on forwards. Gets a decent chunk back, but it's just nowhere near enough. The ignite comes down. And that damage additionally alongside there's a control ward in that bush. Overcomes Mako as well. They want to try and make this play happen as the grubs are
the control ward's not in the brush. It's not in the brush, so it doesn't spot them coming straight through. Sassy will. He's already had to flash. That's a problem.
Has had to burn that flash. Hit with the needlework. Throws down the equalizer to try and lay a red carpet to run down and escape. The slow's not quite enough. And in the end, JJ with a flash will help secure it with that XQW. Invade here. Yeah, some good wards around, but JJ is here.
That's good spider away. YCX going forwards. They do have climber on the flank, remember.
XQW flashes away from the charm, so it means the cease and desist sends the side of JJ under the tower will fall down here as Rookie now needs to be in danger as out comes the Hound's Pursuit. Mako trying to buy some space. Just try to immune the charm. Can't quite do it with the W, so the call of the pack doesn't get much more than the flash there out of Rookie.
I played Fort Joy for about 60 hours. It was too much. Rookie pushing in, going to a ward and coming out of Fog of War. The master of Fog of War himself, Rookie, comes to join the play.
The original Fog of War flanker, not number 2. The first one is Xiaoya is in danger. He got into the air briefly. The charm just wide. But that's flash, that's exhaust, that's ult down. And then Y6 and Climber splits off from the team because the AD carry cannot be here. Equalizer is good. It's just not enough. Rookie using that ult charge to potentially chase down Climber. He's only got a single doggo with him. And unfortunately, that does not make a pack.
Yeah, and XQW doesn't have the teleport. LGD thought maybe they were just safe to go towards the objective, but now Sassy has Ignite, has Flash, can't teleport away from the play. He's getting gunned down by the Shy, though. The needlework goes through.
Ouch! And in comes a cease and desist, and the Rumble just has to sit there and die.
The acceleration has come online now from IG. They're going to go back towards the Grubs and make it 3-3 in the overall Grubs score. But more importantly, you know, Rookie gets both summoners and the ult gone just from a really good angle. Rookie goes like, look, I don't have to just throw the charm blindly over the wall or something. Well, not blindly over the wall, but I don't have to throw it loosely over the wall. Let's just get the guaranteed summoners and ult gone. IG will see that dragon go down. First dragon of the game over to LGD. My problem with this is, yes, dragons are good. Problem is, you need to get multiple of them for them to become a win condition. I don't know if you're going to be powerful enough to fight against that, against IG. Sassy does have flash. You might have to use it. Ult in 5 seconds from Rookie. JJ won't have his.
2-1, there it is. Steps forward, charm at point blank range into a vault breaker. Gets a bit of speed up from the Nimbus Cloak and keep on chasing, and the Foxfire does its work. Ult resets very, very clean.
6 out of 10 stacks on the Dark Seal, and Rookie keeps going. This is exactly why I was excited to watch this as I remain. Teleport on the other side. LGD try and slap back. Can they get anything out of this?
Mako's now going to get potentially jumped on. Will try and time the grand entrance. Fails somewhat. Mako flashes the other way. Can battle dance away. Climber looking to get the reset. Does so. That'll give Hound's Pursuit part 2. Can they get anything more here? Gonna try and dash away. Does so pretty well, but the knockup comes on down. Turret shots do a lot of work. The needlework is brutal, but then they come! As Gala's here. Gets one back. Looking for that last auto. Flash from Climber will not keep them thus alive. As, oh my days, SQW comes off the wall. Another passive shot. And another kill towards Gala. 3 for the AD carry. Gala has to burn his too. But hey, for Kai'Sa now very, very scary. And you've only got one exhaust, so that's on Xiaoya. He's going to try and use it to survive all the dive coming his way. Ooh. XQW Flash is still hit with the charm. Under turret we go. Seraph's a decent shield. Last order would do it. Just about goes down. Loses all the stacks of the Dark Seal, but gets the kill.
I don't think they realized that Saros has completed that. Not gonna lie, I feel like they misunderstood that shield. As IG, they do get a... I wonder at that point whether JJ should actually lose his life instead of Rookie to preserve the stacks. I would have done that. Because you don't want to be losing them, but all the same, Rookie... I mean, he gets another kill for himself. The gold is still in pocket. And JJ will take a full tower there. JJ, he's going to get ahead of the game, getting towards himself closer towards Black Cleaver.
Hilariously, after the shutdown gold went over, the Talia is ahead in gold.
That'll do it for you. When you're taking, when you got those plates on bot side as well. Rookie, the aggro. You see right here, Rookie chooses to... yeah, no, it's a bit hard to get out there. You can't really get through the minefield. Harold is up. Rookie on top side. Jedger coming in as well.
YCX trying to headbutt away to buy some time, but in comes SQW with the wall. Not fantastic. Means he's actually trapped on the wrong side of this. YCX with the ult though, buying a lot of time. Hound's Pursuit comes on, but Mako will immediately throw down the quickness, exhaust onto Gala, denies a lot of the damage. The barrier comes on through Rookie. In the middle of everyone, goes down. Gala gets one back. Good ult, but it's well read from Xiaoye, who flashes to pull the feathers through him. Ends up being a 2 for 2.
It does. IG, not a great fight for them. Honestly, given how far I had them... He just ends up going into melee range of the Alistar. That's a big mistake. He doesn't even need to headbutt to get that pull on target. Big mistake from Rookie in his positioning of his ult.
Xiaoye, who's now 5-1. This Kai'Sa at the Rage Blade already. Very, very scary. A good combo there from YCX. Messing up Riz, of course. The Gala has picked up 5 kills, whereas Xiaoye, outside of a really classy little flash feather pull, is in danger, but all the while...
Atakan's just gone.
Atakan's just gone.
Yep, and IG, well, we're asking him, hey, how are you going to use that Fog of War as a weapon? Well, one thing is using it on those objectives, and this is how they use it for the fight.
Climber will try to go invisible and invulnerable, but a wonderful grand entrance. Gets a kill. Sassy goes down after. Double over to the Kai'Sa. They'll lose the Vi in trade. But once again, they come on through. Rookie lands another decent charm. Can't quite follow up too much, but the Shy's got some needles to throw at people. Welcome to the acupuncture session. And LGD go, yeah, no, thank you. Not interested.
Drops the exhaust, runs away. Gala stops a recall there, and Gala gets even more gold. The baton has been...
Largely, he hasn't gotten that much out of the single kill this game. They have Herald still, and they'll manage to charge it topside. That's about all they've managed to pick up, really, in the last 5 minutes. All the while, Rookie's on this bot side, picking up a tier 2.
And he's very happy with that. Completed the Leandries into the second. I know that some people are saying, oh, is Rookie going to go for the Leandries build? This has always been a different build. They're going to dive onto mid lane. That is a very, very dead Talia. So not only will be taking that bot lane in a turret, they'll be taking the mid lane outer. However, the Herald with 4 members topside will be forcing IG into a decision.
That's just the Shy dying. The combo comes on through before he can get the Hallowed Mist down, so the rest of the damage flies on through from a long, long way away. They get the Herald charge in. They don't have the Herald die, just out of range of that Q from Ari. Finally brought low by Mako, but honestly, not bad from LGD.
I mean, yeah, but now they're losing in a turret mid, at the top lane, mid, and bot lane, which they took earlier. The recall's going to be stopped from Climber, so he's not going to be able to stop the Dragon. So it's Dragon, Dragon, and 3 turrets for 2. Selves in the sights of the dive combo. Sassy now comboed onto.
And then goes Gala, going to try and get some damage back. The Equalizer comes on down, but the red carpet for the Prince of Pentas comes on through. And unfortunately, the bouncer says that your credentials have been denied. Get headbutted.
Break open this game. The side lanes are already so difficult. This will go into a Baron if they were to play. And remember, they have the Ruinous Atakan buffing up their grubs and dragons already.
Little note there, actually, the Hex Drink picked up by Climber, I think, into the Ari and the Gwen. I think that makes some sense to me here. Hell, even the Kai'Sa, who's gone for the Rage Blade, has got a fair amount of AP to her name at this point as well.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, particularly because you can use those resist on your other shields too, from your Eclipse and from your ult if you get that. However, while all this is happening, LGD don't get themselves a Baron Star or a Baron Angle, and they give up an inhibitor turret.
This is a guy who was notorious for the advantage he could pull out of lane and for his absolutely wild champion pool. I still remember the Kalista top. Sassy eats about half his HP bar there.
Gwen's going back towards bot side. Gwen's going back towards bot side. LGD don't find themselves a fight. Rookie says, look, we're playing for disengage. Let's go make sure I get out safely. Burns the ultimate, but Gwen gets herself probably the whole inhibitor by this point. LGD need to find a fight. They can't wait until the Gwen just destroys her inhibitor. Sassy's going down to answer, but Rumble all he can do is what? Wave Nowadays, clear? You pretty much always have your ult if you play around it defensively. Yes, you'll have to wave clear for a couple of ways, but it's not that problem. The Shine needs to pop his Ghost.
Has his Hallowed Mist down. Climber looking for an angle, but JJ is there to defend. Turn around now, potentially coming on through his Rookie. Goes looking for Sassy, who flashes away. And JJ is very deep and just dies. Nice combo back, and suddenly there's a reset on the House Pursuit. Shy steps on forwards. Looking for an angle now is Rookie, who gets the charm, flashes on out. XUW then has to return his own flash away. Health bar's low, but honestly a kill onto your jungler as Gala into the backhand has got the GA. XQW goes golden, still alive, an auto away from death. Finally goes on down as the Acathian rain pours all over the side of LGD. Xiaoye in danger, goes up into the air, flash away, exhaust on down to Gala, who's got the Guardian Angel, will be back alive. Mako looking to defend him. Ari gets that kill. Gala tried away as Climber eviscerates on out, goes untargetable. Rookie gets the double and ends up being a 4 for 4 somehow.
IG use their AD carry as the wrecking ball, but it isn't a clean fight. Rookie has his ultimate coming up in a few seconds, but IG started that play. Even with an even fight, will get themselves the dragon afterwards, so they win in the objective game.
Love to see the replay there, because honestly, that stopwatch was about...
That exhaust, which you were calling out earlier, so important versus the Kai'Sa. Gala not able to get the cleanest fight he wants. Onto the Baron.
Back to the Baron we go, and that last fight, LGD burned every single flash, basically. So they don't have it all available aside from any on YCX. That proves really problematic now. Sassy sidesteps the charm, but has to backstep to do it. And that means he's not running away, even with the scrap shield speed up. And then the last bit of the needles comes on through. The Shy, not overstepping this time, got blown up mid-fight. Going into 4. And they lose their top laner. Dragon was also secured. And before they survived the last fight, they burned every tool and the kitchen sink in order to do so last time around.
You know, given that Rumble is in split 2 so far, standard lane's looking to really impact this player. 700 gold from the inner turret too. It'll increase that gold to
70 CS up in that matchup. That's rough. That's really, really, really rough. Over the wall they go with Rookie, gets a decent charm angle. Maker goes in as well. They get the ult out of YCX. Still got an ult charge remaining. I don't think he's going to go over the wall because he doesn't have the flash. He can just stand here and look to be as obnoxious as he wants to be.
The Gwen hitting the turrets with the Ruinous Atacam buffing up only the 3 grubs, but still that. Towers just don't exist to this champion. So that's going to be Inhibin bots still down for the next few seconds. So that'll be the last wave of super minions has already spawned. Top lane Maker goes in, finds him.
Oh boy. XQW gets to go golden, headbutt into the wall. YCX is trying, House Pursuit at the backside, trying to get that reset onto Mako. Can't get it, finally, but dies on the way out, no escape. The needles come flying on through, and the cow just about stands this time around.
Charm.
They do land the charm, down goes Sassy. And they get another kill. Rookie on the rampage. Seen that one once or twice. This spell goes flashing on forwards for another charm. The exhaust comes on through though. Headbutt is also there, and Rookie can't secure the kill. Nice exhaust again from Xiaoye.
Nice exhaust, nice Dallas to play. LGD do pick off the mid laner of IG as Garland now left alone.
Sidesteps the seismic shove. SQW now in danger as the Vault Breaker comes on through and they lose the Talia. Garland now looking to trade on out. The Akati range comes on down, and it's a single target queue as well. So that rain is nice and concentrated. The Shy comes teleporting back on in. They'll get another inhibitor. Hell, that's the last one. It's the Shy. Just steps on forward to Xiaoye, who did have the ultimate. Gets the feather ball, but there's a stopwatch. And Xiaoye's heroics not quite enough. Flash on forward for the smite, and the Shy bleeds out to Climber.
The game will not end here. Despite IG, LGD very nearly beat JDG in the first round robin, so maybe there's something more to be said about this team. I thought that LGD started the year with this kind of roster might be the worst team in the LPL. They've been better than that, I will say. Look, they are going to lose here today against IG. Ocean Soul coming through, just the Nexus ready to take from IG.
Well, there's a phrase I coined yesterday. This isn't Valley League of Legends. It's not the opposite of peak. Entertaining as it is down in the valleys. This has actually been relatively decent. Still down Ocean Soul now.
We're down in the trenches today, folks. IG waiting for those minions to come through. They have Ocean Soul, they have double GAs, they have a lot of ultimates to throw at the enemy team. Let's see how IG choose to finish the game.
Charm comes on through, but in they go. JJ to the backside has been careening that way pretty much all game long. SQW goes golden, but unfortunately the damage is just way too much now. Xiaoye does pick up one onto the Gwen. And they are onto the fountain. Chia comes on through. Wait. Xiaoye's gotten a few here. He can keep trading. Oh, no, on the Nexus. Gala flashing away, trying to get more. It's a triple already. How much can he get? He's desperately trying. Gala goes golden. The GA is there. And finally, he's brought low. He tried. He really did. Climber's still there. Try to eviscerate Mako and Gala. Hold the line. Invictus game and make it a bloody end. But an end it is.
IG end the game through Gala on his Kai'Sa. LGD